This is the Doctor Wu DWEO4 Prime Commander. Wait, hold on. Sorry. Okay, much better. I was saying the Prime Commander DWEO4 by Doctor Wu. Man, this thing is so small. I don't know if you noticed, but oh my goodness, look how tiny this thing is. It's like 2 matchboxes. Just really surprised at how tiny this thing is. I hope it's a good figure. Let's get this guy out of packaging. And here is the Doctor Wu Prime Commander out of packaging. And this figure turned out so much smaller than what I had expected. Dang, this thing is really small. Look at the size of my hand. Okay? Like Unicron or Scorponok grabbing him. I mean, it probably will scale with the Titan class figures, but it is tiny. It stands about 2.5 inches tall, but the details more than make up for its diminutive size. Look at that. Very clean lines, very solid looking figure. I mean, if you saw pictures of this guy, you wouldn't think it was 2.5 inches tall. It could pass for a deluxe class figure or a legend scaled or legends class figure. The colors look great. That head sculpt, really nice. Even has a gun, although the gun doesn't peg in, it just clips on. I'll show that off later. But look at the whites, reds, that metallic chest he's got on, the blue, silver. Everything is so spot on as though it were a Takara Tomy or a Hasbro product. Now the figure does come with his trailer, signature trailer. Unfortunately, this is what it is. It's just a trailer, and you can open the usual trailer. You can open it like Optimus Prime. What bugs me about this trailer, it doesn't have a stand. It has a hitch, but it doesn't have a stand. Let me show off this trailer a little bit more closely. Look at that. It just flops. You need him in his alt mode. And what you do is you can open this one up. The gun will peg in right here as a peg for the gun to store here. But this is it. The arms are removable. They don't do anything. They don't do much except like swivel here. It's missing that robot that's supposed to have the arms. I hear they're going to do a small roller, which is probably going to cost like $6. This figure already costs like $30. I mean, for a super small sized figure, $30. If they make any more of these figures, probably more Autobots, they could probably fit in this trailer. But that's it. The trailer is a little bit disappointing. It's really just a trailer for Optimus Prime. So yeah, so the figure does come with a couple things. He's got a plastic trading card, a sort of rough type of plastic. It says Prime Commander, and a set of instructions that go from vehicle to robot mode. And I thought this was okay, but the thing is, he's packaged in robot mode. So you have to transform him. You have to reverse the transformation. I mean, this is a third-party product. This is your chance to show Hasbro how it's done, and you come up with something like what Hasbro did years ago. They start with the alt mode and then transform him into his trailer, into his robot mode, which is, you should have packed it in alt mode if that were the case. So let's take a look at this figure up close and personal. Look at that. Very boxy G1 styled Optimus Prime. Look at the articulation. He's got a ball jointed neck. Shoulders sort of like a pseudo butterfly joint because of transformation. Shoulders go outwards, forwards and backwards. Ball jointed elbows. The gun just snaps on. It doesn't peg in. It doesn't have any peg. It doesn't have any peg hole. You have to kind of fidget and do that to attach the gun. Okay, and then there's a sort of chest swivel because of transformation. Ball jointed hips, forward and backward, hinged knees, and some foot articulation because transformation as well. It's a tiny, tiny, super pocket-sized, really pocket-sized Optimus Prime, but tremendous amount of detail, fantastic sculpt, Is it worth the $30? We'll find out later, but yeah, it's definitely Optimus Prime. It's definitely well made. Oh, and if you're wondering about the plastic, it doesn't feel like it's 3D printed. I don't think it's 3D printed. I think it's molded in. Quite possibly some pieces could be 3D printed, but it doesn't have that softness or texture of a 3D printed plastic. So not like, unlike Magic Square. Magic Square, most of their pieces are 3D printed, so it's kind of soft. This one is very hard and solid. So props to Dr. Wu. And for some size comparisons, here are a bunch of other small figures I have in my collection with the Dr. Wu Prime Commander, and you can clearly see how small he is. Behind him is the core class Optimus Prime and the old, which is now the new Legends class or Legend scaled figures. The old Legend scaled figures are now, I guess, Legion class. And out here are smaller figures. We've got Battle Masters, we've got Micromasters right here, and you've got a Headmaster or a Titan Master right there in comparison. I was completely expecting this figure to be as big as a, not as a core class figure, but as big as this old Legends class figure or a Legion class figure. I knew it was going to be smaller than the core class figure, but right now you can clearly see it is Micromaster scaled. So transformation, I have not transformed this figure once. But it's a small figure. How hard can it be, right? How difficult could it be? Like, they've got the instructions in reverse, so we're going to figure it out anyway, even without the instructions. So the truck's already transformed. We just need to close. Trailer door is going to stay right there. Yep. Okay, so the gun, as I said. Oh, yeah, we could probably store the gun right here, if you wish. Right here. Just peg it in like that. It stores neatly inside the trailer. Okay, and close. Okay. Okay, for the robot, how hard can it be, right? Very basic Optimus Prime transformation. Yeah. So, and then, oh, okay. I guess you gotta flip open this part right here, and then flip down these wheels. This. Okay, and then the traditional transformation of the arms. Yeah, just squeeze them in like that, and then tab that wheel in. Okay, do the same onto the other side. Okay, and then tab it in. Okay, so far so good. The head, obviously, I guess you'll have to rotate it and then just fold it down like that. And then for the feet, you can clearly see those grooves right there. I guess they're supposed to slide like that. Same here. And then these alternating tabs, they're going to tab together. Okay. The toes, I guess, are supposed to fold in like that. Classic way of transformation. Means we haven't completely compressed that leg. Okay, and then, okay, now it's a perfect fit. You can slot that panel in just like that, and look at that, you've got a pocket Argosy Freightliner. It kind of feels like the way it's shaped, it's like an MP, like a masterpiece Optimus Prime, just by the shape of it, but it's small, super small. Okay, the trailer hitch, I guess, is gonna fit in like this, and there you go. Rolls nicely and turns. It's actually pretty cute, pretty nice. I mean, apart from being very, very tiny, it feels like it's, I don't even think it's as big as a Hot Wheels car. It's smaller, definitely, but you remember those old toys, the really tiny vehicles by Galoob? Smaller than Hot Wheels. They were called Micro Machines. There we go. Micro Machines. It feels like it's a Micro Machine. So yeah. Wow. That is tiny. But the details are spot on. It feels, if you leave it alone, it kind of feels a silhouette, and the shape feels like it's a masterpiece. Obviously it's not, but that's the vibe I'm getting. And had they improved the trailer, and put that, maybe they should have included roller, or maybe put that robot in, and put a trailer stand. This is a perfect Micromaster scaled Optimus Prime figure. I don't know how to say it. I'm blown away by this figure, despite being a diminutive version of Optimus Prime. Some final thoughts on this Dr. Wu Prime Commander Micromaster scaled third-party Optimus Prime. It's very small, so manage your expectations. Like I said, if you stay till the end of the video, I will show off, very end of the video, maybe I'll show off how he looks like with the Titan class figure and whatnot. But it's very small, yet very detailed, well made, a very solid third-party Optimus Prime figure. I am very pleased with it. The only way they could have made this a perfect figure, for at least for this scale, is if they had improved that trailer and, I don't know, maybe given him an axe. But that's, wow, that's probably too much to ask for such a small figure. But that would have been great had they included roller, that robot with the arms, a trailer stand, and maybe an axe. This is a Micro Machine Battlemaster or Micromaster scaled, could be pseudo masterpiece Optimus Prime. I'm very impressed with it. Kudos to Dr. Wu. They did a wonderful job with this figure. The figure is going to get a 9 out of 10. I highly recommend it for those of you who are into these small Transformers. This is a well-made product. Let me know in the comment section what you think of this new Dr. Wu Prime Commander. Hit me up in the comments, and as always, hit that notification bell so you never miss out on my latest video reviews. And if it's your first time here, please subscribe. Thanks for watching. Thank you so much for staying till the very end of the video. And as promised, look at that. He's a perfectly scaled Transformer for a Titan class Transformer. And as far as combiners go, look at that, with Abominus, with Predaking. Look at him with Devastator. I think it's a great scale.